So, how's everyone's weekend going so far?
Good.
That's good as you can.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So, this episode's going to be a little different. We're going to cover two matches. They're about 10 minutes each. And I wanted to ask, first, Dino, we were just talking about Big Japan and some of their crazy stuff. He was mentioning how they recreated somebody's house on a stage for a match.
Yeah.
You familiar with that one?
You seen that one?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that one.
That one's insane. That's one you'll never forget.
I think you'll enjoy that one, Nago. It's very elaborate.
Yeah. It's crazy how much detail they went into recreating this house. It's two stories. It's absolutely insane. They fight in every room. Pretty much end up destroying everything. It's fantastic.
That's awesome. Yeah, I will look for some highlight footage and see if I can edit that in there later. But that's awesome. But, yeah, so we've got that match. But I wanted to start off talking about Mio Shirai. She's obviously the sister of Io Shirai. But in my opinion, like, she should have been signed first to WWE. So
she's very, very good. Yeah. She's a little more polished too. I always notice that about her. But she took crazy bumps though too. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
The issue. Yeah.
So do you guys know anything about Mio? Can you just refresh me about Mio Shirai?
I mean, she's her older sister, but Io's older sister, but they started at the same time. And he was really young when they started. Yeah, and they pretty much been associated with each other for most of her career. I mean, they were always part of multiple groups together, and they toured Mexico together. That's where I first heard about them. And yeah, I mean, I guess kind of way near the end of her career, they begin to separate and kind of become their own entities for sure. But for a while, like I'd say that probably maybe for the last 6 years or so. But yeah. Definitely for the beginning, though, and the whole time in Mexico, they were always associated with each other.
Very cool.
And and also with Asuka too. Asuka was part of their.
I was about to say. I think they teamed, called the Triple Tails or something like that.
Yeah, it's their main group.
That should have happened in WWE. I would have loved to see that.
Yeah, but I chalk it up to, like, why didn't you guys just do all of the? Oh yeah. It's WWE. That's great. They like to split up a lot of fucking great things. And like, dude, you could have made so much money with this.
Oh
like,
God, it's ridiculous.
You bring in a trio of badasses like that. Seriously, you could be printing money at this point. The women's division could have been turned on its ear. You just let them do what they're known for, and those three would have tore it up, man. Like they could have dominated. Because from a WWE fan perspective, you could have had a female Shield, basically.
What they really need is they needed to get more Japanese women in there because they needed some people for them to wrestle as well.
Exactly.
Like them just against the other girls, you can only really see so much. Like you can see it now. It's like, well, they're all. If you see when you watch them in Japan, you watch it here, you're like, oh God, they're like a million times better than they are in WWE. It's because they're wrestling against a whole other people, all kind of up at their level. But you know, when they're wrestling with WWE, you can see that they're leading the women through the matches. Every time you watch the match, they're definitely in control of this one. They're telling the other person what to do. Because they know what's going on, but they can only get so much out of them.
Absolutely, yeah. And then you have you have people who have worked with them in Japan, and you can tell. But the thing is like working for WWE, they just get so used to that style that they kind of forget, like, oh shit, no, I can work with this person.
Yeah.
And like it's sad because especially if you know what they're capable of.
It's really sad. It's always depressing. And I used to always be so excited. Like when Shinsuke Nakamura came, I'm like, oh, here we go now. He's gonna show everybody what's up.
That debut, man. Like, I rewatched it like earlier this week, and I was like, how did they screw this up so bad?
So bad, and I don't even care about him. And like the most exciting thing is like, oh look now, like just the recent episode. Now he's got his old song back. Like that's what we're excited about now.
Yeah, like I heard that on Twitter. I heard about it on Twitter. I can't watch it anymore.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Young Steen, I will teach you the ways of the booty.
Because I know some people there. Like I worked with the people there in the past on the independent circuit, and catching up with them before everything went to shit in the world. I talked to them. I'm like, so like, do you guys like it there? Like, are you happy there? And they were kind of just like, it's stable. I was like, oh no, okay. But you're not happy though. You are not happy.
You can tell if they're creative people, then they're not getting, their ideas are not getting used. I mean, it's got to be, it's so clear just by watching the product.
Very clear. Yeah. Like, I always replay this in my head. Like when I would hear Paul Heyman on, like he was on Eric Bischoff's podcast years ago, and he said, "Go to WWE and make it work for you. Let it boost your name up. Work there for a couple of years, and then just go to Japan. Go anywhere else that would really be willing to pay you what you feel your worth is, and you work half, if not less than, and yet you're still making good money." And for a lot of people, I understand that it's like, it's visas and stuff like that, but it's like, shit, man, like, you gotta be happy.
Definitely being there. You can, if you're there and you get a name that people recognize, definitely on the independent circuit, you'll always be able to charge more money. You'll just always have that extra name, that name value. So there's always that good. There's definitely value to going there. Even if they make you look like an idiot, which is sad.
Yeah. Then you just come out of it. You're just like, no, I'm better than what they made me look like. And then you fucking build.
That's why they always come out. They're always like, oh, now I got to prove it now. Every time they come out, they're like, okay, now here's my good matches. They're always like, so the first matches they have when they come out, those are always good to watch because you're always like, okay, they're always like excited to show you what they can really do.
Absolutely.
So one of the things I wanted to talk about, DJ, is your stream. Is that recently I just joined your community, and it's one of the best wrestling streams on Twitch, I gotta say. And it really you really do a good job highlighting just the skill level difference between WWE's women, or just screw WWE, American Western Women's Division and Stardom. Yeah. And Stardom, if you comparing wrestling, like Stardom is better than most men and women in the United States, hands down, in my opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense almost how much better it is. It's like, wait a minute, what's
going on? It really doesn't. Yeah.
There is a reason. They make them join like a stable. It becomes your whole life, and they make you work really hard. So, there's a reason why they're so good, and they start really young. There's a whole bunch of reasons why, that's why they're so much better. But it definitely has to become your whole life, and you got to be really, you got to work insanely hard, basically. But you see the result. They're that much better.
Yeah, and it shows when they go to WWE. They've like shifted gears down to.
They make them work the They make them work the WWE style.
Yeah, it's very obvious.
Yeah, and right off the bat too, it's like, okay, now they have a couple of their old moves that's what they assume. Like, oh, you'll bring a couple of your old moves and you'll work them into the our style, and like, okay.
Yeah. But nothing too impactful, nothing that you're known for, because because somebody who's less talented than you decided to take that to make themselves noticeable. Yeah. So
I assume that sometimes if there was like a big pay-per-view, a WWE one, and they put them like in some kind of big, like a singles match and said, go out there and do whatever. There's got to be some point where that happens. But they never get the right combination of women for that either. So it's like,
you never
really like it.
They could have had if they could have somehow worked out, Kairi Sane versus Io, just one match, some big match. Say, okay, do your Stardom stuff. It could have happened. And they
we're gonna put you against Dana Brooke.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh man.
In NXT, they have the potential to just go on a TV match. Yeah, but never on the main roster. No.
Yeah, the main roster is it's dominated by a creative force that is dominating everything.
So I heard rumors that Mio actually tried out before Asuka. Is that? Do you guys? I can't confirm that anywhere. I can't find it.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So the rumor is, if I can confirm it, it'll go up on the screen. The rumor is that if it wasn't before, it was around the same time, and during her tryout, they discovered another neck injury that they needed to address before she signed.
I kind of remember hearing that. I kind of remember Dave Meltzer talking about that. But I remember hearing that from the Observer.
Yeah, so that's probably where I heard, probably where I
Yeah.
heard this. So I'll probably put a screenshot of that if I can find it. And so, man, she tried. She almost she almost went there, but they found a neck injury, and so that we almost could have gotten maybe a form of this match in NXT that we're about to watch here. So this is Mio versus Io. Hopefully, some of our fans are familiar with her sister, Io. I'm going to start the match now. I'm not too familiar. I have to.
From the fucking warm-ups alone, you can tell this is going to be
It's gonna be
intense.
crazy. Yeah.
Like she straight up just went hips, splits. And like, oh shit, she's going to kick some ass right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what promotion this is from. So maybe one of you guys can identify.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
If it doesn't have the logo,
I see it says Stardom in it.
yeah,
Part of
Right.
it. Yeah, I saw the name in there, but that's all I could make out. I don't know if it means they're from Stardom or, because it was in the
Right.
middle. It didn't seem like it was from Stardom.
Oh yeah, that's another one of GJ Ansai's superpowers. It says he knows Japanese a little bit.
I can read 2 of the 3 alphabets.
there you go. That's perfect shit. And you're miles ahead of most of us. Me, I had to memorize like the names based on the corners and shit when I was a student.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
I haven't learned any of it. So, so hopefully people watching know who Io Shirai is. So I just really want to show people her sister and what could have been in NXT. We could have gotten this match, like this.
We could have gotten something similar with Asuka or Kyrie also. I mean,
Yeah.
They
just
have
up
the
there.
ingredients. They just let it sit on the shelf. Like that's
Yeah.
really all it boils down to, and that's like a classic tale with WWE. They just don't. Oh, we gotta sign the hottest talent, but we don't know what to do with that.
I don't know how old you guys are, but the first time I was actually exposed to Japanese women's wrestling was through WWF. And they had the Jumping Bomb Angels.
Oh yeah,
These 2 women that suddenly showed up.
Oh,
Yeah, and it made no sense. When I was a little kid, I was like, hold on a second. Not only are these the best women I've ever seen, they're better than the guys.
Yeah,
They're doing
they
all
really
the jump. They're
were,
like,
man.
to me, I thought they were as good as like Shawn Michaels. They were doing like the planches over the ropes and stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. Like
Yeah,
no one
they
else
were
is doing
great
this.
rockers. So.
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy. And then they could only wrestle like a couple other women on the roster because they only killed up with them. And
Hollywood Blonde, or no, what were they?
I think the Golden Girls. I think they
Golden
were.
Girls. There you go,
Yeah.
Golden Girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I have a best of 80s era, and a lot of women's matches on that comp, and I'm like, dude, why is nobody talking about this?
I know. Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
ridiculous how good they are. It's like, wait a minute, what is going on?
And the
Immediately
Golden Girls,
starting
man,
out.
they really heal that shit up too. Like they really worked the crowd good. They worked the matches good. Like they planned it out.
Yeah, they worked it really, really well. Had a whole actually a pretty cool program.
Immediately starting out with kicks. Never
Yeah,
like
far more realistic.
You
Yeah.
gotta feel it out, man. Gotta feel
Yeah.
out that process.
Okay.
Now it's the technical workings of it. You got to work over the parts, see who's stronger, who can out wrestle it.
So Io is in the white, Mio's in the purple. Just for viewers.
Beautiful
there.
leg grip on that
Yeah.
one. That's another thing too, man. It's like with a lot of American matches with this, it's the groundwork. It's the technical aspect of it that you don't see it this clean.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they never really emphasize it.
And this could work in WWE. They just
They do it every once in a while. Every once
Yeah.
in a while, they'll make a big deal out of it too. It's like it'll be on full
Yeah.
display. They'll make a
Oh
big
my
deal out
god,
of it.
putting on a clinic, like
Yeah.
like Jesus H Christ. Michael Cole is shitting his jean shirt at this point, so
yeah.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
time they go for that arm bar, that's the greatest thing in wrestling, according to
Kick
Michael
out,
Cole.
let's kick out on one. Kick out on one is a classic Japanese strong style thing there.
and they love to throw that strong style around.
Oh yeah.
Strong style! Like, no, bitch, you do not know what strong style is.
All right, here comes some brutal kicks. Kick in the back.
Toward the kidney area, catches it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
See right there, that's something that they could use in the States. Like, oh, it's gonna do a slingshot. No, she blocked it. People are like, oh shit.
An actual like heel hook here too. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. I think this is this is a little more serious between these two sisters. in an average match too. Yeah.
You
And
always
that's the
hit
story
your,
that it's telling, you know?
Yeah.
you hit your friends the hardest, so you hit your siblings even harder.
I mean, they train together. I mean,
Yeah.
they got to be the most used to each other than anybody that they're ever gonna face.
Yeah. And that's like 100% true aspect, because it's just like, all right, I know how much you could take, so let's just go ahead.
Io
Kick
started
the
when
shit
she
out
was 16. I mean, she was really young. She was still
Yeah,
in
they
high
do
school.
start them young over there.
I mean, they can, yeah. Like Azumi, she started when she was 12. It's just insane.
Mm-hmm.
She's like an 18-year-old like pro now. I mean, a 6-year pro.
Oh, the old indie kick.
Yep. Oh, by the hair. Yikes.
Maybe this is what got them signed. Oh, they could do hair pull.
Well, that was a little bit an extra yank through the hair through the air there. I don't know about that one.
Trish Stratus would be pissed right now.
Oh yeah.
She's messing with her gear.
Whoa. No time to rest. Oh,
Nope.
yeah, there's-
No. Keep going, man. Got to beat the shit out of your sister.
Oh, there we go. Oh, beautiful. That's one of the. That's like one of the. That's like one thing she does in WWE is that little the handspring thing every once in a while. Wait, does she do it there? Actually, I don't know if I've seen her do it. I think she's in big matches.
No.
Oh, yeah, all I can think of is her moonsault.
I didn't think she does the moonsault. Yeah, like
Yeah, that's all I can think of. Yeah.
And then she moves around like a wacky waving fiddle arm flailing too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful. Tio does not get enough love.
No. Neither of them do.
STO's a move.
Oh, I thought you
Io's
said Mio.
I have a feeling Io's not going to be as big in WWE as Kyrie or Oscar, which is weird.
Yeah.
She is she's a little bit of a superior wrestler, although she just doesn't, from what she does in WWE, you don't really get a chance to see it. I mean, you're never going to see any mat work. So
Yeah.
who else can do it?
Why the people are shitting themselves over Cesaro and Bryan wrestling? I'm like
Yeah.
they let them go just a
They
little
could actually
bit.
have Bryan wrestle Io, and it would actually be an amazing match. I mean,
Dude.
it's way out of the league, and we never have a mixed match like that. Yeah, but
I guarantee you that Bryan probably pitched that to them.
oh yeah, oh,
That son of
he
a
would
bitch
love it.
wants to show everybody's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mio wrestled Suzuki multiple times, so
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, they wrestle guys over there, no problem.
I considered showing that match.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very brutal.
Yeah. The one I've seen is very brutal.
yeah.
Oh.
See now, notice how this rest spot is later in the match. WWE would have had it about 3 minutes in.
Well, it matters when the commercials are. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Because they still do the TV format on a freaking pay-per-view on their network.
That's
Yeah.
it's weird. Yeah, that's what doesn't make any sense. Like when they have ads on a pay-per-view, I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, you're pissing away time. Plus,
Exactly.
you're
Yeah.
on the network. Why are you promoting something on the network? Like you can just
Yeah.
literally just have
It's
it
like
really.
you're getting our money. Like we get it.
We know there's going to be another pay-per-view because you need to have another pay-per-view.
Pay-per-views I can kind of get, but sometimes the other shows and stuff on the network, I'm like,
Watch SmackDown.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
watch the damn pay-per-view.
yeah.
And now
Sometimes
we're
they'll tell you
getting.
to buy. Sometimes they'll tell you to buy the network, and it's like, what are you doing? We have it. Oh my god,
Wow.
that was insane.
And then springy thingy, dropkick.
So perfect though. Oh, and there's a
Back
damn
boom.
619. It's a move that I personally hate.
Yeah, I loved it when when I first saw it. This is like back in like 2000, 2001 XPW
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, when I
Late
first
Great
saw it, it
Rising
was
Sun
cool.
did it. It was called the Sayama kick, not the damn 619. You know.
Yeah. The problem is the setup is so long. It just takes so
It
long
does.
to get coming
Oh,
from a
God,
mile
yeah.
away. You're like, Oh, here we go.
I was gonna say second rope, eh? So
It's really cool. Like she jumps at them with the moonsault. It's much more deadly that way.
yeah,
Instead of like kind of a high arching one through the air.
which usually ends up short-changing a little bit.
Yeah, someone smashes into him. Yeah.
Poof.
Yeesh.
Even in the strikes.
What is this?
Another drop kick. Oh no,
Oh,
flippy.
God.
Boom!
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
Yeesh.
Gotta love a good axe kick.
But I know they picked those up in Mexico. So they wrestled with Fabi Apache and Mari Apache. With just
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
psychotic looking X kicks.
We might have to do a lucha episode.
I think that's very definite because, like, we
Yeah.
did, first episode we did, the Japanese Piro lucha style with Michinoku, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna show some of my streams soon. I just realized like no one's really seen Io and Mio in AAA or CML before, or I don't have any of the CML footage, but I have some.
Let me know when you do that. I will be there.
I'll be very soon. Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh my god. I can't believe Io's getting so much in.
yeah, she's really just dominating right now.
There we
Oh!
go. Okay. Here comes the Mio's revenge.
My gosh.
Yes. Ow. Oh. If I make contact or not, but ouch.
It's the beauty of having long hair.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah. Yeah. So much easier that way. Yeah.
That's it. Pulls up. Small baggage.
Wow. Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, almost made it over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
nice. Spinning back kick on that one.
So deadly, yeah.
Through. One, two.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Shows you how deadly her kicks are. It's pretty much all she did.
The older sister wins.
Yeah.
That's yeah, man. I just wish we had gotten to see more of her, any of her in the United States. So yeah, so that was Mio versus Io. So yeah, that's again. I think Joshi is probably the best wrestling in the world. Yeah, that's my opinion. But
Wait till you see
good,
the
yeah.
shit from the 90s
yeah.
and the 80s. Shit.
Yeah, I didn't know about the I mean, I heard Dave talking about the Manami Toyota matches. I never really saw them, and then finally when they started showing up on YouTube, I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, he wasn't kidding. He was 100% right. He was actually kind of
Really
underselling
starting to
them.
grow. Yeah. Oh, you gotta undersell it because you don't want to overhype it. It makes it much more
Even
exciting for it.
Even the ones that he doesn't give 5 stars to are incredible. Like there's
Yeah.
like you watch other ones, you don't have to look for the ones that he says are the best. Just look for Manami Toyota and all the other women that she's working with in that era. And they're just incredible matches.
And then you start looking for the promotion, just to see what else they have to offer, and you get people like, Dynamite Kasai and freaking Aja Kong. Like Aja Kong, seeing people start to mention her name more has been much more enjoyable because that woman was responsible. Like one of the Joshi's responsible for intimidating the men so much in the damn backstage area. They're like, "How are we supposed to follow that shit?" Like, well, you wrestle good then, dipshit. Like, good
Okay.
stuff.
So next we're gonna talk about Big Japan.
Oh boy.
All right.
So, it just I first came across Big Japan watching stuff with, I think it was you, Dino, and Blake. I think this grocery store match was one of the first times I ever even heard of Big Japan.
It's funny. I just streamed a Big Japan match last night because it was like so late at night. I was like, let's just see if I can get away with this. And boy, they brought out this bed of nails. I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen one of these since the 90s. Like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
Mercifully, they were very...
Have you seen the scissor death match?
I don't want to.
Let me tell you, the finishing spot makes it worth it.
Is it a scissors board? Let me guess.
Yes.
And
someone takes it.
Those are so gross.
Okay, so Big Japan was founded in '95 by Shinya, Kojika and Kendo Nagasaki, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not familiar with any of those guys. Are you?
Nagasaki's a legend. Kojika's definitely in Big Japan a lot. He's always old. I guess he had a career before I never saw. He's always kind of the old man.
Just like, oh, he built this for himself, and then it just kind of took off.
And when I first saw it, I couldn't like, he was in FMW, I think, too, and I couldn't speak, Japanese like very well back then, and it was just, it was just a random old guy who kind of would dress in suits and stuff, and I was like, who the hell is this? And why is he in death matches?
So is Big Japan just based?
Sums up a lot of FMW talent. Like, who the hell is this? Why is he in death matches?
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's so crazy back then. But yeah, by the time Big Japan comes around, it's more like, they have pure deathmatch. It's kind of more what we think of as like, a deathmatch promotion.
Okay, so I was about to say, yeah, it's like a CZW.
Really wild. They're like the old early Japanese deathmatch days were just so. I mean, they had big shows and like big stadiums, and it was crazy. It made no sense, but
yeah, it was a lot of fun too. Like a lot of just very bright characters and legally safe characters, with like Super Leather and Jason the Terrible and Freddy Krueger, but spelled differently enough to not get a lawsuit.
And of course, Cactus Jack and Terry Funk and all the regulars. Yeah, but when Big Japan rolls around, it's the guys have big. I mean, it gets way more violent. I mean, they have big scars. It's big death matches with like lots of lots. They kind of ditched some of the electricity and some of the time bomb stuff that was obviously kind of pyro, and to have more like violent weapons like Kenzans and all the very, very dangerous, scary stuff that kind of bother me, honestly.
They have like the salt and the hot mustard matches too.
Oh man, yeah.
It's so it cringes you because you're kind of like.
When I see the salt, I'm like, okay, maybe the salt's like flour or like sugar or something, right? Maybe it's like some not flour. Flour wouldn't look what I say, but sugar. I've seen sometimes take lemons and squeeze them. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my god,
can't really hide that.
Yeah, there's a part in here I'm going to have to blur in post because it shows an open wound.
Oh, my good God.
So it'll be fine.
Or I'll just give a warning up ahead. So, but you guys explaining that explains this match completely. So I'm just going to start it.
Oh boy.
And adjust the volume here.
This already looks like a fucking like blank videotape you find on a bench and you take it home and like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
This is damn snuff is what it is.
Yeah, is this legal? Why does it have the time on there? What's going on here?
I don't know. We stumbled upon the guinea pig series, so
They set up just a ring in the middle of a grocery market.
All right, so it's a ring, or just call it an area.
Yeah, it's like, you imagine the ring crew for that shit, like, hold up the blankets.
Yeah. These volleyball nets, we'll call them ropes, whatever those are. Yeah. Oh man, I guess I should be listening for their names. I would quite recognize them. Oh, wait, what? I don't know these people. I'm not sure what era is this from.
This is pretty old.
Okay.
This is like 90s.
This is 90s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh, so I wouldn't even know any of these people.
Okay.
Maybe I'll see.
Someone's getting the big entrance. So.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah.
This might be the guy.
I don't know what's giving you that idea.
What in the world?
This is damn near Beck video. Like, this is strange.
Oh, he's not even wrestling. He's just watching young boys right now. That's what I think's happening.
All right.
Look at them socks.
Yeah.
I'd kill for some socks like that.
Oh my god. Okay, I think this is when it starts.
Yeah, this bald guy looks extremely familiar to me. I'm trying to place him. It's
I think that's probably Kendo.
Okay, good. Yeah, all right. So he's just way older.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, shit. When he was younger, he was older.
Yeah, but his face is very distinctive. That's a kind of tough. Even without the hair.
He's pulling
Okay.
down
He's
market
lost his mind,
displays
apparently.
and is beating people with it.
Okay.
So even if that's just like dry wood or whatever, it hurts.
Oh.
Throwing a bicycle,
Like,
ladies and
okay.
gentlemen.
Where's her
He
head?
got a
Yeah.
bicycle.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I strongly believe that is not like easily breakable wood.
Oh, God!
That hurt.
Ow!
That
Ow!
hurt.
That sucked. We all know what that would feel like. That would straight up suck.
Can you imagine just driving around like significant other in the passenger seat? Listen to the market.
I'm gonna assume they were gonna this market was closing and they were gonna take everything out anyways.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how come and destroy it?
And everyone signed a waiver.
There's a DDT match that took place in an apartment complex. It's a very famous one. They were going to destroy the apartment complex anyways. So DDTs ended up, they're lighting fireworks inside. I mean, they're just doing insane stuff, going through the walls.
See, that's proper use of space.
Yeah. I can't recommend it to anybody because there's a crazy Dino segment in it that might be one of his almost over-the-top things.
A different Dino. Different Dino.
Different Dino. Danshoku Dino.
Those of you
Yeah.
listening, Danshoku Dino,
Very yeah.
interesting breed of cat.
Oh, good lord.
There it is.
Yeah.
It was all fun and
He's
games.
that
for these
match.
stickers. Yeah.
Oh my god. So their match is still going. Meanwhile, Kendo is just beating up trainers and young boys.
What
it
is
looks
this?
like.
No,
I don't even think he's in the match.
Hold on.
No.
Can't bring stuff in here. Oh,
He went to a.
anyway.
Is that a school?
Does it look like is it a restaurant?
I like how the highlights are basically just like we're getting to the big hits.
Oh,
Okay?
okay. Pie
There
to the
is a
face.
pie spot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's not a food fight without a pie.
Shoo, yaxi.
Oh.
Oh, not on the raw meat. Come on.
Oh.
Oh no! It's gonna get worms.
This dude's straight up like, fuck you, old man. I'm not playing this shit anymore.
Oh, Jesus, he did not
Throw
pull
the
that kick.
atrocious kicks, but
He just
yeah.
kicked him
At
in
this
the
point,
face
yeah. He's gotta go into the hospital. He's getting stitched up.
during the
Include this on
match.
the tape. Oh, is he gonna come back? Oh my
Yeah,
God,
I
he's
think he.
back. Oh my god.
His facial expression was classic, though. Oh, no.
Oh jeez. No! Ow! Good lord! I hope to God the bottles are thinner there.
Ah.
I don't know.
I doubt
I don't
it.
think
I
they
mean,
are.
he's
Yeah.
not bleeding and he doesn't have a
No.
huge knot on his head. Like, fuck.
Maybe he slammed into each other and then hit him. Or maybe there's some trick. He had two. I've seen Necro Butcher take so many bottles to the head that did not break, and I'm like,
Yeah.
stop hitting this guy.
Oh my god, that is not a gimmicked fridge.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
a shoot fridge.
The hell is a gimmick fridge? Like, because even if you took like the motor and everything out, it's still a heavy object. Like,
Yeah.
like here, let's use this gimmick Pepsi machine. Like no.
Yeah, no, they're not going to make it for that.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, we do have some cheerleaders. The dancers stayed throughout the entire thing, I suppose. Oh, what's going on?
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
me falling asleep after eating cake.
In the world.
Oh, no. Oh, God. I thought he was going to grab something heavy and just drop it on Big Boy over there. No.
Gumball machines. Oh, my God. No. Ow! Stop!
No! none of the...
Oh, flying like a fish catching that thing. Oh my god.
Ow,
It's like
none
a bag
of
of
this
rice.
Damn it, you old fuck!
Oh, a freaking cocktail arcade machine? What in the world?
He has to be paying for all of this.
Oh no. Okay, stop this guy. He's lost his mind. I might not want to call the cops at this point. Okay.
Well, at least the nets are strong.
Yeah.
Oh, she pile driver
Ouch.
that. Oh my god.
1, 2, 3.
That might have been the least painful thing.
And the match continues. I think this is just elimination. He's got fucking crabs. I think he's just shooting at this point.
No, guys, just want out of this
particular
match.
point.
Like, we'll go down. Just pin us, please. Stop the match. Ah! I don't want to get on this rug.
Why are we doing this? I don't know, man. I just wanted to run a candy store, and then I got talked to. You know why I beat you up, right? You know why I did that?
Oh, it was a hair match as well? Oh.
Sure.
Yeah. Pop everything off. Oh, and his eyebrows? Oh, those don't go back for a long time.
Some shaping, but like.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say it's a pretty successful day at the market, eh, guys? Shut up, Dad.
Wow. Okay.
Insane.
so there's that.
In Japan, that was insane.
That's why I
And
had to show that.
Shockingly, even with that open wound, it was actually less violent than most Mega Man matches. You can believe that.
So yeah, that was. I'm glad I got to show you guys that. This was. Yeah, this is great. I'm glad you could join me and join us both, Ansai. This is really great. Ansai. Apologize. I'll cut that part out. Take 2. I'm glad you joined us, Ansai.
Cool. It's funny to hear everybody say it differently. I've heard that. I usually say like Ansi.
Yeah,
Ansai.
it was Ansi, so.
Okay. Well, we've got 3 different pronunciations. So.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Dino. It's always a pleasure.
Good to meet you, Dino.
It's nice to meet you too, finally. Looking forward to today.
All right. Yeah, I'll actually be streaming later, but you cut that out. It doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, I'm following.
Anything
I'll
cut that out in post.
Yeah, this is. Well, I'll include it.
Yeah.
I'll include it so I can hype your stream.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can. Where can people follow you?
Pretty much just on Twitch at DJ_Ansi.
Awesome. Okay.
Or ANSI, yeah, you'll see it. You'll put that up, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll put it up there for you. And how about you, Dino?
You can follow me at Dino and Wood all together on that one on Twitter. I'm also at DizzleWizzle983 because I'm hip and cool. You could watch me post a bunch of crazy shit about wrestling. Also, my drawings that I do from time to time of wrestling-related characters. And also, you can catch me on Dub3.
Thank you.
At Andy
about to ask you about
Plays. That. Yeah. What did you want to say while I was talking?
I said no. Thank you. I was going to ask you about that. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, so I said it already. I'm not going to repeat it. So.
That's the one with Rosemary, right?
Yes, that's the one with Rosemary and Andrew Everett. It's our little
Gotta hype
head that we put little bells and whistles on it to make it look like it's a straight up you are watching a wrestling show, like backstage stuff and everything, using Fire Pro Engine and AKI original characters. We built a universe around it. So AKI Man, Brickowski, Shogun, all those people, we actually run a fed with those characters and some originals of our own, but are the like I said, legally safe ones. Like instead of Captain Jack, we have Prickly Pete. Instead of Super Leather, we have Mega Meat, all that kind of stuff. So it's really, really fun. We have a broadcast. We broadcast every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. And again, you can check us out at that on twitch.tv/AndyEPlays.
I should get my schedule then, I suppose. It's at Twitch DJ_Ansi. I stream every day except for Monday and Wednesday. I pretty much avoid Raw and the Monday Night Wars. So, because I actually want to check those out, sort of. I don't really want to check out Raw. It's my day. It's literally just my day off. But Tuesdays I start after Impact. So that's easy to figure out. Thursdays I start at Wednesday or 5 p.m. Pacific time. Fridays after SmackDown, and then Saturdays and Sundays 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah. The streams are awesome. You do a great job, and it really exposes the talent gap between the divisions. It's great. Everyone has to watch it. So
thanks so much, dude.
Yeah. I'm at Heel Maggle just about everywhere. You should be able to figure out how to spell that. And I thank everyone for joining us this edition of Teaching an American About Puroresu.
All right, thanks for putting it together. It was a lot of fun.